Now, I'm joined on Zoom by Sophie, Christian, and Stuart, who are together creating AWESOME-O-SAURUS. Their current release, I'm a Mess, is on our A list, and a top tune it is too. I found Sophie online doing loads of promotion from I'm a Mess, and I was like, what is this song? Like, it kept coming up on my FYP on TikTok, and I was like, this is really, really good. So it's really lovely to have you all on air, so I can see all your beautiful faces on Zoom. So good morning to Sophie, Christian, and Stuart.
Hi there.
It's lovely
Hello.
see you all. Really, thanks so much for doing the interview, and congratulations on I'm a Mess.
Thank you very much. We're really amazed at how much response we've had from our song. I think we've all been quite shocked.
I was going to say TikTok is a really good platform now for musicians. And I know that you are constantly, Sophie, you are posting. and the thing is, people may say, well, oh no, that's too much. But if you don't believe in your product, then who else is? And also, if you don't put your music out there like any other business, nobody knows about the song.
It is exactly right. And I will say it was difficult to overcome, because once I'd posted like 2 or 3 clips of me singing the song, us performing the song, the video to go with the song, to be honest, I was starting to bore myself. And so I wasn't sure how it was going to go. But to be fair to TikTok, we've not had a single comment come back and say, I've had enough of this now. Can you please do something different?
Back it in.
Yeah, hopefully we've not outstayed our welcome too much, because we're only just getting going, right?
So how did you guys all knew each other, obviously before COVID? So were you all in a band together, all doing sort of rehearsals, then you got COVID, and then the band kind of reduced, is that right?
I'll answer this one.
The boys are just staring.
I am the mouthpiece. I am the mouthpiece of the trio. Yeah, these two knew each other at university. I'm gonna say 20 years ago.
Yeah.
To show you up for being old, guys. Not like me, obviously. I was still in my 20s. And then I met them a few years later. AWESOME-O-SAURUS, I think we started around 2012. So yeah, we've been doing this a long old while in various formats.
Yeah, me and Stu were in bands back when we were in uni in the early 2000s. That's how we met. Can't remember the name. We went through so many different band names, but yeah.
And who came up with AWESOME-O-SAURUS? Because that is a brilliant name.
I think that was Stu.
Not really. It was a lyric for a song that we never actually finished. And I think everyone else in the band liked it, thought it kind of encapsulated the slightly ridiculous but very fun feel of the band. So yeah, scrapping around for a name, and that's what we ended up with.
Now, just have to say, you're all on Zoom. I've not got my camera on because my beauty is well known, and it would obviously put you off. But Sophie's got a bear head in the background. You've also got, is it Stuart or Christian has got the drum kit behind him?
That'd be me, Christian. Yeah.
Christian, and then Stuart's got wildflowers by the looks of it. All very different.
So I'm in our brand new home studio that we've just put together.
Yeah.
So hence the drum kit, and I'm out in the back garden.
It's where all the magic gets made, right? Because
yeah,
we figured we weren't getting enough traction with the band, and we weren't making any money, and the answer to that was to spend all of our money on building a studio to record more songs, which is what we've been doing, and it's been amazing for us, because we're releasing new music every month at the moment, so having our own space is
I saw that. I saw you're going to do a song a month, and so when you start the songwriting process, you've now got a place that you can go and record. How do you get your songs together? Are you somebody, Sophie, that writes lyrics down? Do you get melodies, or do the boys come up with sort of tracks, or how does it work?
Well, we actually all write songs, sometimes together, sometimes separately. We all have a go at writing lyrics, writing the melodies. So yeah, sometimes we're flipping across a lot of different genres and styles because we're all different personal likes. But yeah, then we sort of bring them together. Often, sort of, I'm sort of the producer of the group, so everybody sends me their stuff, and then I start batching it into shape.
So when we started this phase of AWESOME-O-SAURUS, we had no real expectations of what we were going to do. It had obviously been the lockdown. We were a five-piece band that played live, and we gigged a lot relentlessly around London. And two of our bandmates, one moved to Australia, one moved to LA. So we were left with the three of us, and we thought we'd just switch to seeing what we could do with electronic music and synth pop and doing stuff without, you know, having the full band, and especially during the COVID time where we couldn't all get together. So we just decided to chuck stuff out and have fun with it and not really worry about writing to, you know, a genre, or, you know, having to please a wider band and make things giggable. It gave us a lot more freedom in terms of the music that we could put out. And so, yeah, we had a mix of songs that we already started with the band and not finished. Stu is really prolific at writing songs. So he's got like an archive going back probably to like 1998 of songs and lyrics that he's never dusted off and got out there. And I know Christian likes to jam live with a band and start with a riff and come up with stuff. So yeah, we're all pretty different, but because at the moment anything goes, it's just really, really good fun.
And that's refreshing as well, because years ago it had been like, oh no, if you're a rock band, you can only do rock, you can't do blues, you can't do synth pop, you have to stick. But now, because people release their own stuff, you can put out what you like. And if you've got your fan base, they're going to like what you do.
Yeah, and if they don't like what we do, we'll try something different.
You're going to swear then, Sophie, at your fans. They can clear off. That's not what you said at all. What do you think is the best lyric out? You've probably all got them, but what is the best lyric that you think you've ever written? I always ask a band this, and it is the one where you go, oh, but that's a really good lyric, and I've written it. So what one was it for each of you guys, or is there one particular song? And that's going to put you on the spot, because now you're going, I've got to think of a song. I've got to think of a song.
Got to remember the songs.
Yeah.
It's tricky releasing so many. I was listening to one of our songs earlier that I wrote the lyrics for, Broken Hinges, which we released a few months ago. And I'm a geek, and I read about a Wikipedia article about a certain temple in ancient Rome, and I wrote a song about it. So called Broken Hinges.
Yeah.
So I guess that's my favorite one more recently.
Yep. And then the other two of you, now you've got to beat that.
Yeah, you got to beat that.
Well, so mine has got to be that I've never shopped in Zara, because I must have heard that lyric about a billion times over the last couple of months since I've been promoting IMMA MESS. And I haven't ever shopped in Zara, and I probably never will. And if anyone ever like paparazzi send me coming out of Zara at this stage, I feel like I'm going to be cancelled before I've even had chance to have a career. It's got to be the best lyric. So we got a new song coming out the 25th of August that's called Slapstick, and Stu wrote the lyrics, and they are really, really beautiful lyrics, and I've been trying to familiarize myself with them so I can start promoting the track. And I can't remember any of the lyrics except one line, which is "you'll be peeing your pants." And so I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on the radio, but that's the one that's stuck in Stu.
Stuart's just looking down now. He's like,
yeah, that was probably my pick as the pinnacle of my writing career.
Oh dear, the band's going to disband live on air.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel, I've asked I always ask my guests this, do you ever feel as a musician, because you're creative and you know, whether you're doing production or writing or singing, do you ever feel that songs come through you from the universe and you go, where did that song come from? Or does that not happen?
A little bit. I think it's more of forgetting where I've stolen things from. But we'll call it the universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it's weird. I don't know where some of the songs have like kind of arrived fully formed, and then you just ship them off, and they get transformed anyway, which is always nice. But Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes the universe has got a hand in it, I suppose.
Yeah, a few musicians say they sometimes get songs that are fully formed, and it's like, how did that happen? And other songs you can slave over for months and months until you hate them and never want to hear again. Do you have, because you're doing all this in-house, do you ever feel when you're doing the production that you need to walk away from it, or you can't leave a song alone? I mean, are you quite good at sort of recording and then leaving it for a bit and then going back to like a mix, or are you constantly sort of, I'll just pop in and interfere with somebody, interfere with a track?
Um, we have done by actually sort of committing ourselves back in December, November to release a track every month this year has, I think, really helped focus. You know, you're working to a sort of, you're forcing yourself to finish the music, and not leave things to drift, or it does help focus, I think, for me at least. You know, that's what we've got to do. And yeah, I think
what
Yeah,
Christian's
sure.
trying to say is that he sets us the deadline, and we have to get all our final amendments into the track by the deadline,
Yeah.
or it's going out there anyway. And
focus is the mind. I'm a tyrant.
I could tell. I can tell just by listening. I can tell. What's happening with BBC Introducing? What is going on? Because they've heard your track, and then they do this email which you've put up online so people can see it. It's like, we've listened to your track, and then what's happening?
it's a really interesting automated email. BBC Introducing, if you're listening, it's a very weird approach that you take, because the email is worded like, we've listened to your track. It doesn't mean anything, but we're going to tell you that we've listened to your track. So it's almost like the email reads, don't get your hopes up. And so we didn't. And it proved that was the right course of action, because we've never heard back from them. So if you're listening, we're still willing to talk, BBC Introducing.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, the thing is, what you're meant to do, I think, is like what you did, is you put up in the background so people can see it, and then they want it to plaster all over social media. But we had you first, but I tell you what, every time I have somebody on here, the BBC suddenly they nick all my guests. That's what I always say anyway, from Phoenix FM. They always take all the best ones. Tell us about life as an independent musician, and explain to people how hard it is, because you're releasing original music. You've got no record labels, are not really the thing that people do anymore. So what can people do to support you, and how hard is it to be an independent musician?
I mean, to support us, go and listen to our music on Spotify, Amazon, anywhere. Engage with us with social media. I mean, for me, it's amazing to hear that something that you've made in your head and then in your bedroom, and then other people like it, and just hearing that is enough for me as an artist and as an independent musician. Yeah, if you want to be successful and make money, it's probably impossible, or the odds are stacked against you.
Yeah.
But for me, it's the joy of making music most of all, and so there is no downside.
I don't know. I was going to let Stu answer this. It looked like he had some incisive thoughts on the topic. I think it is an awful lot of work. Like, and we do this all the time. Like, the three of us, we pretty much do not do anything else. You can't underestimate the amount of work. We're fortunate, I think, that the three of us, we split the work between us. And I know there's a lot of artists out there that are 100% by themselves. And I imagine if you're a solo artist, it's really, really, really tough to keep yourself motivated. Speaking personally, it's hard work, but it's not hard. Like, I absolutely love doing it, like all of it, making the music, hanging out with these two, filming silly videos, and every single comment, like every single one, every single like, every time someone says, I really love this track, it makes it so worthwhile. Yeah, so that's my view. But
yeah, I think if you're trying to make money off it, things like that, that side of things is a lot more difficult now. Probably, but from our experience playing live gigs and having to lug all the gear to live gigs for many, many years. And then promoters were really terrible, are probably still quite terrible in a lot of cases. So the number of people we have listening to us now is far in excess of anything we managed to achieve before and could have achieved just gigging around without getting picked up by a label. So yeah, I think it's we go with all the positives.
And that's why you need to support independent music, because otherwise music will be recorded by only rich people who can afford to do it. So you need to support artists. And if you like any of the tracks I play, and I play a lot of independent music, just go and like their pages. Even if you can't afford to buy a track, which really, come on, most people can for 99 pence, but people choose not to, or they want to buy a cup of coffee instead. But, you know, you can buy music, you can buy digital downloads if you want. Some people still doing CDs, but it's important that you go and like the pages and just give a little bit of love, because when you get a message from friends and family on your music, you're like, yeah, whatever. But when you get that message,
we never do.
Well, you get that message with people you don't know. Yeah, you never do. But when you get the message from somebody you don't know, that's when you go, oh, this person in Australia's listened to it and they love it. And that's why bands love to get the feedback. So a message makes a lot of difference.
Yeah,
it really does.
Really, really. I can't stress it enough. And the gratitude is huge. It really is.
And you've got to see Sophie on TikTok, because she's literally on my FYP every single second. Every time I turn on, she's there singing with glasses on or singing into that microphone as well.
Do you know what? I saw someone, you have all these experts on TikTok telling you how to be successful. And one of them said, it's quantity, not quality. And that is absolute music to my ears, because I am the most slipshod person you'll ever meet.
Yours are great though, because they're all yours are all sort of the same theme. If you bring up your sort of Instagram, it's all kind of like the similar sort of colouring, and that's what works. It really does work, and it's a brilliant song.
Yeah, just thank you so much. I still feel shocked when people say it. I think they're somehow trying to catch me out.
So you've already done lots of live gigs, as I said in the past. Are you looking to possibly do any live gigs? I know, because it's, as you said, you've got promoters, and then you've got a guarantee you sell so many tickets, and then you end up earning about 20 pence for all the work of going and doing a gig. But is it something that you might look at doing next year?
Yes, I would like to. Especially once we've got this ridiculous schedule of a single a month out the way.
Yeah,
it's something to start looking at how we can get these songs out of the studio and actually play them live. I think that would be pretty cool. I think we'd be very picky about where we want to play, and I think we'd like to, get some of our friends and who've been helping out behind the scenes, who are from other unsigned bands, independent artists from like across South London. Behind the scenes, there are other people always helping us out, and that would be good to put on a show to bring some of those people together and see their acts as well.
Yeah,
we should be badged AWESOME-O-SAURUS and friends, probably.
as long as you're headlining, that's all right.
Yeah, once we're in charge.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just not enough of us to play all the instruments that we've put on the tracks. That's the problem. We need a drummer.
You can rope in a few people. They'll come and help you out. So the track which we're going to end the interview on, and then we'll give out all your socials in a sec. Tell us about IMMA MESS. How did this song come about?
IMMA MESS came about because we were at that point grappling with another song. And it was one of those songs that you talked about earlier, more in the dragging, kicking and screaming out of the universe rather than the universe gifting it to us on a plate. And so I had a Sunday afternoon free, and I was just like, I'm just gonna write something dead simple, like 4 chords, a little hook, and see what we can do with it. And so I sat down, quickly put together IMMA MESS, and the lyrics initially I thought, well, these aren't going to stick, they're a bit daft. Quickly recorded a rough demo and sent it to the guys, and then that's how it was born. And then Christian got hold of it and put on all the amazing the synths and the little hook that you hear at the start, the
yeah.
And then that's live performance.
Uncanny.
I'm not talking now. That's how it came about.
I just saw his face going, what was she doing? What is she saying? Wow, wow. At the beginning.
It'll make sense when you hear the song.
So give us a shout out for your socials. Is TikTok the one that you're on all the time posting?
Yeah, TikTok is probably the main one, and it's AWESOME-O-SAURUS with an underscore after it is our TikTok handle. On Spotify, we have hyphens. Our biggest life regret. So if you want to find us on Spotify, because a few people have said we can't find you, it's awesome-o-saurus.
Right. Okay. And all those details will be up on the website. If you missed the beginning bit of the interview, it will be up on the Phoenix event website with all the links through to the track. You're on our A list. My boss, I pick out songs for my show and then I send them to my boss who lives in a castle. We don't see him very often. And because he's that important and he might be listening. So hello, Paul. And then he will pick out the songs and he really liked your song.
Amazing. Thank you, Paul. In your castle, if you want to invite us round, we'll come to the castle and may or may not perform it live if we've remembered how to play it by then.
And also, if you're later on I know you're doing a song every month. How many songs are you going to release actually? Are you doing sort of 5 or 6 or just going to keep going?
We've got 3 or 4 more to go this year. Is that right? And
we'll get through to the end of the year, and then we've got a Christmas single, little festive treat for everybody. And then next year we think we're going to slow it down and, as Christian said, focus on perhaps thinking about how we gig.
Great.
But yeah, more to come for the rest of this year for sure.
And also you'll have to come in and do like a little live acoustic thing, hopefully towards the end of the year as well. Pop in. That's if the BBC haven't got you and locked you in their cupboard somewhere. Come on, BBC, get your finger out. Get them on BBC Introducing. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, come on, BBC. We're ready.
Yeah, exactly. I shouldn't be promoting them anyway. Then get stuck.
We'll be back with you, definitely.
It's great to talk to you all. As I said, you need to check out AWESOME-O-SAURUS on TikTok. The videos are absolutely brilliant. The song's really catchy, and I've been playing it for weeks and weeks, and it's now on our A list. It's called IMMA MESS. You can download it. Have a look on. It'll be on all of the digital platforms as well. And if you like what you hear, go and support the band and give them a like. So it's lovely to see you all. Lovely to chat, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much. Have a lovely day.
You too. Take care. Bye.
Bye.